Hey guys, Mr. Massacre back here again with another game of 3 vs 3 as Terran on Ulaan Deeps. As is customary, a shout out to my allies. In this corner we have the purple Terran, Sushi Saurus. And in this corner we have the yellow Zerg, 0 Hour X. So I start off with an aggressive strategy. At 9 supply, I build a barracks, and then as soon as I can after that, I build a supply depot. This strategy works. That's all I can really say about it. I didn't turtle during this match because I've been having some rather unpleasant results by doing this. More and more people are starting to go with Reapers or directly go to air when people turtle, and I figured that my attention could better be spent doing other things. So my focus during this match is to continuously build units. I haven't really found out anything I could improve upon, except that I do build a starport later and then I actually don't build any air units because the game is already basically over at that point. I build 10 Marines. That's the first thing I do here. I get 10 Marines and then I realize that 0 Hour X is being a little bit trigger happy with his Zerglings. Well, as soon as I notice that he's being a little trigger happy, I tell him to stop, hold up, and wait up in front of this ramp in front of Blue's base. I figure we'll attack Blue, but I'm glad we didn't because Blue would have been better prepared. We end up attacking Teal, and the attack goes very well. The first thing I do when we start to move in here, after I realize we're not going after Blue, is I take out this photon cannon. It's going to chew us up if I don't. I make sure I do it as fast as I can. Photon cannon goes down, and then I immediately switch fire onto this gateway. I don't know during the match how far into making the Zealot the gateway is, but I don't want to find out, so I take it down as fast as I can. At that point, Teal's base is completely defenseless, and Purple moves in with his Marines. So my attention was mainly on my base this round. I didn't really micromanage my troops all that much because I didn't see them getting chewed up. I fall into the rut very frequently where I'm not doing anything with my base and my troops are all I'm focusing on and I'm not producing anything and I build up a lot of resources. But as you can see here, that's really not happening as much. And I do eventually purchase some upgrades and get my troops' numbers very, very high compared to what I usually do. At any rate, I do eventually get Marauders, Marines, and Siege Tanks, and we send them all up to Red's base. After we eliminate Teal here, the first thing I do is I regroup at my base because I don't know if a counterattack is coming or not, and I don't want to have my troops divided. So I regroup at my base, replenish my troops somewhat, get their numbers up, and then send them towards Red. All in all, this ends up working very well. It ends up being a very good game. I do end up trying to expand my resources down to the high yield and right next to my base, but it ends up not mattering because we eliminate Red as much faster than I expected we would. I noticed that Red was going Void Rays, and as soon as I saw that, gear clicked in my head. Oh look, I've got 16 Marines. 18 Marines. Well dang. It is fortunate that Void Rays don't really work against Marines as well as you'd think they would. Anyway, here the match is almost over. Here are the Void Rays, and I didn't know they were there until I actually noticed my troops were getting attacked, and then I focused fire and we ended up eliminating them. I see I'm getting attacked from up on the ledge, so I go and I scan, right as the Mutalisks are flying overhead. At this point, right when I saw the Mutalisks, I sort of realized that the game was over. Mutalisks generally, and in those numbers, generally mean there's nothing they can do, especially after I wiped out all those Void Rays. I end up putting my tanks into siege mode and they get off one shot before the game ends. So anyway, shout out to Sushi Saurus and 0 Hour X, and here in a second you can see the exact breakdown of everything that happened during the match. Here it is. I posted all the stuff because I figured out how to do it. So if you want to study what I've done, here it is. And like and subscribe, please, and I'll definitely be putting up more videos here in the future.